Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua Ba'Shem Rakakudah. Shalom to the 144,000 the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. I'm going to entitle this video, Nero 47 says, there are beds that can grow back limbs and completely restore you, which is spiritual power. So Nero 47 is saying that there's a bed that has magical powers that can heal you, and then that's going to be given to every individual in the United States and around the world. So let's go ahead and play this. And they put this up. You're going to see Nero 47 speaking, and this is backed up by Fox. Fox. That's all I got to say. Fox News. Medbed hospitals, the new era in healthcare. Now, when I heard about this yesterday, I think I did. Heard about it yesterday. But I thought about the movie. What the hell is that movie? What's the name of that damn movie? Elysium. Now in the movie Elysium, they had the med beds. They had the med beds, and they had when you go for a CAT scan, they put that thing, because I had a CAT scan done to me. They put that thing, it's like a tube that you go in, you lay on the bed, there's a tube that goes in and it heals you, whatever. So in the movie, Elysium, there was med beds were only given to the elite, and they were on a satellite, a man-made planet, and the poor was down there on the earth catching hell. If you didn't see the movie, see the movie. Good movie. Very good movie. And to me, it was a classic movie. Showed you how the police were all robots, and they didn't take no shorts. You say something stupid, they beat your ass. And so these beds were held back from the people on earth, the middle class, working class, poor. And they had to be reprogrammed. They were reprogrammed, and everybody on the planet sat in the med bed or this thing, and whatever cancer. They had the one scene where the guy got his face blown off in an explosion. He went under that technology, and his face came back. He came back to life. He was dead and came back to life. His face, animated, his face came back together. His face was totally blown off. So this is what Trump is talking about, with a straight face. Now, if this is the case, that means they get that power is coming from the left-hand side. That's their technology. Their technology is coming from the left-hand side. That's in Isaiah 47, verse 10 on down. Also in Revelation 13, which speaks about miracles. So let's go ahead and listen. And I slowed it down. Let me hit captions. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
And a national medbed card for every citizen.
Every American will soon receive their own medbed card. With it, you'll have guaranteed access to our new hospitals led by the top doctors in the...
Now, the Fox audience, they're like, oh, I can't wait. Let's talk about the Fox, the red hatters, the MAGA people. Elevator doesn't go to the top floor. Got a tall building, just doesn't go to the penthouse.
Nation equipped with the most advanced technology in the world. These facilities are safe, modern, and designed to restore every citizen to full health and strength. This is the beginning.
Now they can say it was deleted. It was on yesterday, 2 days ago. Then they quickly deleted. Now he can say, well, that's AI, because you see AI. You see a woman talking and you swear that's a woman. It's actually AI. So this could be AI. So his cover could be AI. No, I never said that. So that's AI. But it's damn good if it is. I believe it is, because remember when he said, when he was Nero back 2,000 years ago, he said you got to be an entertainer, and he does entertain. The word entertain goes into the word distract. He's a master distractor, master entertainer.
Of a new era in American healthcare.
In this first phase, only a limited number of med bed cards will be released. Registration details will be announced very soon.
Okay. Shortly after that post went live, it was deleted. Oddly enough, though, we here at Redacted have spoken to whistleblowers who've actually seen this technology in action for themselves. And our next guest, Dr. Michael Salla, has a number of sources who've confirmed that there's truth in this technology. Yes, the regrowing of limbs. And Dr. Michael Salla joins us now. Doctor, great to have you back on the show. Great to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Pleasure to be back.
So when you saw this post from President Trump, did you about fall out of your chair, like things that you've been reporting for years, but then it was suddenly deleted? Like, what is going on here?
Well, that was very strange. I mean, the fact that it was posted at all, showing that President Trump was aware of this technology that whistleblowers and insiders have been talking about for well over a decade now. I mean, I came across my first insider telling me about these med beds that would actually regenerate limbs and organs, and from space battles. This was all part of the secret space programs. And I've come across several who have actually been inside of these med beds and actually had limbs regrown because of battles that they...
If you believe that, I got the Bridget say in Brooklyn.
They had in space as...
Now, can we do that in the kingdom? Yeah, we're going to have med beds in the kingdom. Yahushua restored he brought back somebody from death to life. Withered hands, blindness.
As part of these programs. So these technologies are very real. They do exist, but they are in very highly classified programs that have been kept away from the public sector for decades. I can trace the research behind this kind of medbed regeneration of limbs back to the early work of Dr. Robert Becker in the 1960s. So this technology has been around for over 60 years. Medical technology or medical know-how on how to regrow limbs, but it was all suppressed by the pharmaceutical industry.
All suppressed by the pharmaceutical industry, of course, because then how will they make money? How would they make money?
So this guy's for it. He said, yeah, I seen it. I experienced it and all that. I seen people who have, okay, all right.
Off of our terminal cancer and chemotherapy drugs and everything else. Again, as I mentioned off the top, I've personally spoken here on Redacted to multiple whistleblowers who've seen this technology in action. Some of the med beds, but also special wands that are used as part of the regrowth of limbs. One person I spoke to saw it with his own eyes. So again, take it with a grain of salt. I didn't see it, but this comports with what I'm hearing from sources, and it's just so strange to me that President Trump posts this video and then deletes it.
Well, I think what he was doing was really drawing attention to the fact that these technologies exist and that they have been covered up by the medical establishment, by the pharmaceutical industry in particular. I mean, I mentioned the
You see that building there? Let's go back to the building right there. You know, you see, it's a broken cross. If you were raised a Christian and you want to become a witch, you have to do this ritual, go through this ritual of taking a cross turned upside down and breaking the T, break them down and put it in the circle. That's where you get the peace sign, so you can have peace and following the spiritual, Manu, the devil, right? Now this building also looks like the building where they housed the Beast, which was a supercomputer in Brussels, Belgium, if I'm not mistaken. I have books on that subject. But that's how that building is built. The peace sign, the broken cross. So you can worship Satan in peace. Their powers come from the left-hand side.
Pharmaceutical industry in particular. I mean, I mentioned the work of Dr. Robert Becker, who wrote this book, this pioneering book in 1985, The Body Electric, where he talked about how electromagnetic currents that are very specific in terms of their frequency can regrow limbs and regenerate organs. And this is not just pie in the sky research by some.
Now I do know you can you lose a teeth, the root, you can regrow your tooth through sound waves or vibrations. You need a certain device, which these doctors, the dentist, found out by accident, and this goes back to the early 90s, and they're never going to give them a license because it would kill the dental industry.
Alternative researcher, Dr.
And see, in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to have spiritual power. All Israelite men, all Israelite women, all Israelite children will have spiritual power. So Gog and Magog won't get us because we know they're coming. We're going to be able to read people's minds. You know, the technology, the movie, what is it? I was going through it the other day. With this guy, Tom Cruise. What's the name of the movie? The pre-crime movie. Can't think of the goddamn name. I got the DVD somewhere. The hell is the movie's name? It will help me out, y'all, or to come back.
Dr. Becker was a well-known medical doctor who specialized in bone healing, and also there was a Air Force document that came out in 1976 called Radio Frequency Radiation Dosimetry Handbook, and that actually pinpointed the specific frequency.
Give me a second, y'all. Let me do this. A list of Tom Cruise movies. Tom Cruise movies. Give me a damn, that's a long list. Okay. What the hell? I can't believe it. I believe it came out in 2005, if I'm not mistaken. Minority Report, that's the movie. 2002. Minority Report, pre-crime. Come back over here. Listen to a little bit more.
Is needed for regrowing bones, regenerating limbs,
and yes, you can do that to a certain extent. They do have whether they have this technology, that theory. Like I said, you can regrow teeth. You pull a tooth out, the root and all, you can regrow teeth through vibrations. Like I said, sound waves
and so forth, but this was done not so much for healing but for weaponization purposes. They were looking at ways to weaponize this, but another branch of the Air Force clearly was building healing chambers for people that would be involved in the secret space program side of the classified programs there.
This is unbelievable to me. I mean, I know some people watching our show who might be new to our show might not realize that, hey, we do cover these stories. And
if anybody should jump into that damn med bed, it should be Nero 47, because he's sickly. That dude is straight up sickly, man. He be doing the last time anybody saw him was on a Tuesday. So we're talking about Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's 3 days going into the 4th day.
And again, these are whistleblowers and insiders, but you literally, as you point out, this is literally in a handbook about how this all works. And maybe you can talk about how this technology is actually working. And have you ever met anyone specifically that's had that they were inside of a med bed that had perhaps a cancer removed or something else?
Yes, well, actually, there is one whistleblower I've been working with very closely. He still uses the acronym JP, and he was stationed at Eglin Air Force Base. And he was actually taken into one of these medbed facilities in 2024, and he was shown. He actually went into the medbed facility because he was suffering from a medical issue that he was later discharged for. But he said he described seeing approximately 6 to 10 of these med beds, and that inside of these med beds were these covert operatives that were being treated for various illnesses. He said in his case that the med bed was only used to kind of 1/3 of its power, and that really he was just being introduced to it rather than having having a full treatment.
Do you know where these med beds are located? Like, is it common knowledge within the secret space program, people, Space Force, others, that they have access to these med beds?
Well, we know that there are some located at Eglin Air Force Base, which is a major facility, Air Force facility for launching secret space programs. There are also medical laboratories, the Scripps Institute in San Diego, for example. They also have allegedly some of these medbed facilities there. According to another whistleblower, that I worked with for a while, a William Tompkins, that he said that he was going there and he knew about the med beds, that he was involved in helping build back in the 1970s with a aerospace company called TRW, and that
so you can watch the rest of this. Let me do this. If they do have any powers coming from the left-hand side, let me go to Isaiah. Isaiah 47. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Their technology is wickedness on the left-hand side, coming from the left-hand side. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it rises. That's what in his sufficient. What is it? In his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come against him. Job 20. And mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know, when they shall say peace and safety. Then it goes on to say to consult the demons. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. That's the missiles. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Meaning you're going to be dead. Thus shall they be unto thee, with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save thee. These people will see that America's done, so they leaving their country, they're going back to their homelands, man. It says, stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy what? Sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit. That's business. That's traffic. Ezekiel 28. If so be thou mayest prevail. It says sorceries. Let's look up the word sorceries. Their technology comes from the left-hand side, which was given to the spiritual left-hand side, Satan, by the Most High. This is all the Most High's technology. That's why the witch of Endor was able to raise up the spirit of Samuel. Sorcery, witchcraft. Suffer not a witch to live. So this place is nothing but the woman is a witch. Witches must be burnt, be put to death, burnt with fire. Sorcerers, witchcraft. Presidents are inaugurated. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and look that up. were Roman emperors or inaugurated. And okay, here they are, this guys. Roman emperors was inaugurated not in the one fixed location, but through a process often involving the Roman Senate, legions, or the Pope. You know what I want to do? Let me do this. Bear me for a minute. Let me do it this way. Bear me for a minute, y'all. Let's see what comes up. A Roman emperor augur can refer to a Roman emperor who held the religious office of augur, like Emperor Augustus, or more literally a specific political and name, whose nickname was augur. The term augur itself refers to Roman priests who interpreted the will of the gods, the demons, by observing omens, especially the flight of birds, a practice known as augury. Presidents are inaugurated, right? His main role was the practice of augury, the interpretation of the will of the gods. So, you know, every president in the United States is inaugurated. They commune with the gods on the left-hand side. So if this med bed it actually exists and it can do this, it's coming from the side of Satan. Come on back. Let's go to Revelation 13. The pharmaceutical industry, the number witchcraft, sorcery. All those drugs kill you, make you worse, heal one thing, destroy another part of your body. Give me a second here. No, I can't find the word. The word is right in front of me. Okay, here we go. 14th verse. So what did we do? We looked up sorceries and went back to the word witchcraft. Miracles. You have missiles that are guided missiles programmed for a particular target. If the target evades the missiles turn left, up, down. If it goes around a mountain, it goes around the mountain. That's witchcraft, man. That's their miracles, a sign, mark, token, that by which a person or thing is distinguished from others and is known. A sign, prodigy meaning monster, portent, i.e. an unusual occurrence. Blue beam, right? Transcending the common course of nature. That's spiritual power on the left-hand side. A sign portending remarkable events soon to happen, of miracles and wonders by which the Most High authenticates the men sent by him or sent by Satan, or by which men prove that the course they are pleading is God's, or God on the left-hand side, which is a demon. 14th verse, and deceived them which dwell upon the earth by the means of those miracles, technology, witchcraft, which he had power to do, or technology, in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image. It's not Caesar, picture Caesar Borgia. It's an image of this Roman system to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. So you know what? When you take that chip, that's part of witchcraft. You become, you're taking on that witchcraft. Anyway, shalom, on to the next. Shalom.